This episode of April and Jay Have No Ideas is brought to you by the Misconnection section of Craigslist for when you need a used washing machine and you want to tell that girl at the coffee shop that her butt looked good.
Another freaking Variety coffee misconnection. Posted 2 hours ago. I stopped into Variety to chill for a minute, and while I was waiting for the restroom, was caught off guard by you. You were, or maybe still are, sitting on your laptop there. But I had to leave for a minute and realized I should have given you my card. You were very pretty, brunette, dark hair, and white pants. Hopefully you will see this and not think it's weird as hell. I had a bag. Tell me what it had on it, and maybe the stars will align or something.
I'm Jay, and we have no ideas.
I got it in one.
You did get it in one. Listen, do you ever go somewhere and go, I should probably go home and check Craigslist real quick in case somebody, nobody ever sees these things. There's no way.
I like to think that maybe some people do.
Someday you're going to meet a couple and you go, hey, tell us how you met. Well, I went to this coffee shop, and then I just had this weird feeling to go home and go on Craigslist.
The Starbucks Yonkers blonde woman with a red coat.
Yeah.
Actually, this is funny because I just pulled this up, and the misconnection is: does anyone look at these postings?
No, nobody does. just the other weirdos who post them. Oh, anyway, welcome to another episode of our lovely podcast. This episode, I went right into the intro again. This particular episode, we are going to talk about sequels, which is what we were going to talk about last week, but you didn't know that unless we said it. I don't remember if we said it.
We did say it.
Oh, well, then we said it. So this week, you'll get to hear about sequels and prequels, because prequels are technically a type of sequel, I think. Sort of.
Well, now, are we allowing for trilogies and...
Well, yeah, because you figure if let's say there's a trilogy, there may be one of the sequels that's better than the other sequel.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
There's some cases.
I just didn't know if we had any kind of ground rules for it.
Listen, we barely can come up with a topic to talk about on a weekly basis. I'm not about to make all these rules.
Okay, all right.
So where would you like to start us off?
I'd like to start us off by apologizing if the sound is not great tonight, only because I'm fighting an ear infection, so I'm not wearing headphones.
It happens.
So if it sounds bad, I'm sorry, but my ear really hurts.
Gotcha.
All right. So we want to start with the... Well, I mean, there's a bunch of things we can do. We can go best and worst. We can just go through movies with sequels. I actually found the IMDb page that was updated 2 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
There's 1,067 titles of movies with sequels.
That's a lot.
It is a lot.
I mean, I started making a list based on our conversation with the fine people of Discord. And so, I mean, my bad list is probably shorter than is definitely shorter than my long list. So, I mean, I could start off by saying the ones I have on the bad list. And again, I'm taking people's comments and rating them how I see them. One of which was Thor: The Dark World. I don't know if the person who posted that thought it was a good one. I'm not a fan.
Oh, why not? I like Thor: The Dark World.
I thought it was not great. I definitely didn't think it was a sequel better than
Not as good as Ragnarok.
Well, it definitely wasn't as good as Ragnarok, and I don't think it was as good as the first one.
Okay.
It's just weird. I mean, that whole movie was just a movie to get another Infinity Stone thrown into the mix. I think that was all the whole purpose of that movie.
All right.
And it was like a story written around it that wasn't great at all. Spider-Man 2? Well, no, I put that down on my bad list, but now that I think about it, I mean, I'm comparing all Spider-Mans now to the newest one.
Mm-hmm.
So in comparison, they all are terrible. But I guess at the time, I didn't mind the Tobey Maguire ones, and the second one was pretty good.
See,
Again, in comparison,
I didn't particularly like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans. Um,
Spider-Man's.
the Spider-Mans. I didn't mind the Andrew Garfield ones
Yeah.
as much. I think Homecoming is probably the best Spider-Man they've done.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not a big Spider fan, so
Animal or superhero in general? Just
well, superhero.
okay.
Well, animal either. I'm not a fan
Okay.
of arachnids in general.
Okay. Um. So I mean, like I said, listen. At the time, we didn't know anything else. We were getting Spider-Man, and we didn't care. Like, you know what I mean?
Because this was even before we got Iron Man.
Right. We were getting Spider-Man movies, so we were happy with what we got. Back when we were kids, we got Tobey Maguire, and we liked it. Damn it.
Tobey Maguire, who was like 30 years old, playing a high school senior.
Yeah, pretty much. Batman and Robin.
Oh.
Oof. That's a
Was that the George Clooney one?
yes.
Okay.
That was George Clooney and Chris O'Donnell.
Okay, but
No
if we
buts.
take out all of no. If we take out all of the pre-Christopher Nolans,
Okay.
Dark Knight better than Dark Knight Rises.
Dark Knight better than Batman Begins.
Well, obviously.
Well, just yeah. Oh, it's one of the best sequels of all time.
Oh, absolutely.
Ranks up there with Empire,
Okay.
which again is another one of the best sequels of all time.
Okay.
And then the other two that were on here were Independence Day 2, which I didn't see.
It wasn't great.
I didn't think it was. And
Especially since Independence Day is such a great movie.
yeah. No need to make a second one. And Paul Blart Mall Cop 2.
I believe that came from Mike, and I believe Mike said he would deny it, but I think Mike loves Paul Blart Mall Cop too.
I'm not going to comment because he also made a threat to tank our iTunes page with bad reviews. So
You know what? A review is a review.
I beg to differ, but we can talk about that later. So those are all the ones I had that were bad. I'm sure there's a ton more.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Off the top of my head, let's see.
Anything after the first Transformers?
Yeah, after and including the first. Well, no, the first again, we were excited because we got a Transformers movie.
Exactly.
And they made that noise, so.
Let's see.
I was just happy the Transformers noise was in there.
Yeah. Any of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies.
Okay, hold on, stop.
The new ones.
Thank you. Because
Megan Fox ones.
I don't care. Secret of the Ooze is still one of the best movies. I don't care. I don't care that they did a half-ass job of bringing in Bebop and Rocksteady with Toka and Razor. I don't care. Love that movie.
Okay.
Love it.
Let's see. You know what? I'm gonna say it's a sequel, even though it came out 20-something years afterward. Mad Max Fury Road.
It's technically a sequel. Absolutely.
And fantastic.
It was amazing. And I'm going to settle something else right here. So, Carrie said that she wrote down Serenity, and Eric said that did not count as a sequel. I beg to differ. Serenity was a prequel to Firefly, and I say it counts. So, Carrie, good job with Serenity for a sequel.
Well, prequels kind of count.
That's what I'm saying. I think Serenity was a prequel. Granted, you're jumping TV movies, but I say it counts.
Well, didn't they make a Firefly movie also?
Serenity.
No, I know they made Serenity, but I thought they made a movie titled Firefly.
Firefly was the television show. Serenity was the movie.
That. Okay, fine.
Serenity was the movie.
unpopular opinion, I didn't like Firefly.
This podcast is over. After this episode.
I kept waiting to like it, and I just couldn't do it.
Ugh,
I know.
It's a topic for another episode.
Baldwin just ruins it for me. So I'm looking here. How about the Look Who's Talking Now? The third Look Who's Talking movie?
I'm going to say no.
You don't think that's a terrible...
Oh, yeah. Of course it's a terrible sequel. I thought you were calling it a good sequel.
I was going to say...
all of them were bad.
We need to reinvent... We need to discuss our friendship if you think that movie's good.
All of them were terrible. Oh, my God. That was an awful idea.
And the fact that, like, you saw those movies as children, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I remember seeing it in the theater with, like, sperm meeting egg. Like, no!
Yeah.
That is not a PG movie.
So, that was like the time of sequels. Like Three Men and a Baby, Three Men and a Little Lady.
Oh, Three Men and a Little Lady was terrible.
I feel like that, yeah, Karate Kid Part 5, Karate Kid Part 6, Karate Kid Part 7, like Rocky 25.
Okay, Karate Kid Part 2, excellent movie.
Nah.
For its time...
I didn't care for it.
I loved Karate Kid Part 2. I saw it in the theater. Let's see. Anything after Jaws?
Yeah. What about all the Rocky movies? I know I just mentioned Rocky before.
So you're killing me.
It's one of my favorite Simpsons jokes, by the way, where there's an episode where I don't remember how they get to this point, but Bart, in the beginning of the episode, Bart doesn't want to learn Roman numerals in class. He has a hard time. And then later he gets locked in like it's like some sort of building. I don't think it's like a mausoleum, and he has to get out. And it says like the exit is through door 7. So he's got to figure it out. And he's like, and then he says, I know Roman numerals from the Rocky movies. Rocky 2 plus Rocky 5 equals Rocky 7, Adrian's Revenge. It's still one of my favorite jokes to this day.
So the Rocky movies.
Long-winded, but.
I
never watched one of them, and I had no desire to.
So I'm not a fan of Rocky. And I'm glad EJ doesn't listen to this podcast because we often fight about it because Rocky is...
Like his favorite?
His absolute favorite.
I have no desire to watch Rocky.
That said, Rocky 4, not bad because we've got Ivan Drago.
Was that the one with Ivan Drago?
It is. And I will walk around the house sometimes when he's talking about Rocky just going, if he dies, he dies. And I must break you. Because it makes him nuts. Rocky Balboa.
That was the new one.
That was the newer one.
And then Creed.
Not bad. Creed was really good.
And now they're making Creed 2, and they're bringing back Ivan Drago again.
Yes.
Whatever.
This is going to be like the son of Drago.
Whatever.
So it's gonna be like a revenge story because Ivan Drago killed Apollo Creed.
Yeah, it's stupid.
So yeah, so the Rocky movies, I don't really like them, but I did like Creed because I like Michael B. Jordan. He's a good actor.
Yeah, he's okay. What?
You're hating on him now?
No, I'm not hating on him. I said he's okay.
That was unenthusiastic.
I don't love him, but I don't hate him.
Okay, he's a good actor.
Yeah, he's okay.
All right. How do you feel about Speed? The movie, not the drug.
Well, since you clarified, it depends. Are we talking speed on a bus or speed on a boat?
Speed on a bus.
Speed on a bus was great.
Okay, speed on a boat.
Not so great.
Speed to cruise control.
Cruise control, not so great.
Okay. Have you ever seen The Blue Lagoon?
Is that the one with Leonardo DiCaprio?
No, it's the one with Brooke Shields as like a child where like her and her brother...
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. No, I've never seen it.
Are trapped on an island as little kids and they end up like having sex and having a baby and it's like Flowers in the Attic type stuff.
Flowers in the Attic on the beach.
Yeah, basically. So they made a second one, Return to the Blue Lagoon, in 1991. And just the picture that they show, it looks abysmal.
Oh boy, what was the one I was thinking of? The Beach. It was called
Yes.
The Beach.
Or The Island.
The
Another
Island.
Leonardo DiCaprio movie.
No, The Island was a Ewan McGregor movie.
Oh, I'm thinking Shutter Island.
Yes. Yeah. Completely different.
What about any of the Police Academy sequels?
I don't even want to talk about the first Police Academy, let alone sequels.
Okay.
Ridiculous.
So I know how you feel about the Police Academy.
Oh, such garbage.
Um,
Sorry, anybody out there who loves Police Academy and Steve Guttenberg.
yeah, you're making some enemies here. Michael Winslow is gonna just call and leave messages of noises.
He's got nothing better to do.
What about like the Scream franchise? That's a good one. So, Scream 1.
Was okay.
Okay, look at it back when it came out when we were kids.
Okay, I probably liked it at the time.
Okay. Scream 2, not very good.
I probably liked it at the time.
Scream 3, ooh. But that is one that if it's on TV, I will watch.
I don't remember it.
Scream 3, you found out that she had a secret brother or something.
Oh, see, whatever it was.
It took place in Hollywood.
Yeah, I don't remember.
And then we have Scream 4, which had Emma Roberts as like her niece, I think.
Oh, yeah, something like that.
Not very good.
It was weird.
Okay, did you see Human Centipede?
Nope.
Okay.
I saw the trailer and it gave me nightmares.
I watched the first one.
Like, I want to express that it gave me nightmares for weeks. I would close my eyes and see scenes from the trailer, and it horrified me. No lie.
As a married adult, no less.
Like, no, somebody showed it to me. One of my groomsmen showed it to me the night before my wedding. Was like, oh, check this trailer out. I could not sleep that night. It horrified me.
God.
Horrified me. I remember thinking about it on my honeymoon. Just like, it was horrifying.
So my cousin convinced me to watch it. She was like texting me. She's like, it's on Netflix. You have to watch it. You have to watch it. And I want to say EJ was at work or something.
Bad idea.
So me and my dog Otis.
Bad news bears.
My dog Otis and I watched it. And Otis was a dog that like would watch TV. Like he loved Lost and would like come running into the room whenever Lost was on. So like Otis would like pay attention to what was going on the TV. Otis left the room.
Did you make it all the way through?
I did.
Oof.
I did. But that being said, they have made 2 other movies.
Right. There was the one in a weird prison.
I believe that's Human Centipede 2, full sequence.
Full sequence, yep.
And then there's the third one.
What is the third one?
I don't know. I just know that they've made 3 of them. At one point, all 3 were on Netflix. But
And like, they're each one is more horrifying than the last.
I can't, because the first one really did, like, I'm not super squeamish. Like, there's certain things that but I can't watch. That one was, that stuff.
It's crazy. And from what I know about it and what little I've seen, they did a good job of not really showing you too much, but they showed you enough.
Oh, yeah.
It was horrifying.
Yeah. It's not
a fan.
No. But that's also like when they remade Evil Dead.
Yes.
I saw that in the movie theater, and there were times during that movie I had to cover my eyes, and I was a grown adult. I think I was probably married.
Yeah, I didn't like the fact that they remade that because the tone of that movie was completely different from the original too.
It was legitimately scary.
Yeah, like the original though was more comical than anything. It had comedic value to it, and I didn't like that they took that away.
Oh yeah, but it was still Sam Raimi. Like he did the.
Yeah. But I like the show. If you haven't watched the show on Starz, the show is really good. Ash versus Evil Dead.
Yeah, I think EJ's been trying to watch that.
So good. So funny.
How about Weekend at Bernie's too?
Is that the one where he gets possessed by a
Yes,
voodoo doctor?
on the island.
And
Yeah.
anytime that music plays, he starts dancing. He's like, yes. That was a terrible, like, that's a guilty pleasure. Hey, I do have guilty pleasures. I
Hey,
was
you
wrong.
do. What about? Do you remember Problem Child?
Oh God, yeah, all three of them.
Yeah,
Wasn't
yeah.
there a
Why?
wasn't there a daughter in the last one?
I think so. Oh, here's one. Here's a sequel that was not good compared to the first one, which is a definite guilty pleasure. Piranha Double D.
I don't know what that is.
Or Piranha 3 Double D. So they made a movie called Piranha 3D in like 2010, 2011.
Okay.
Um, and it was about this like small town where like kids came for spring break and piranhas like invaded the water and it was super bloody and super gory and it was actually a pretty good movie like for what it
So
was.
let me take a guess. I know nothing about this movie, but I'm gonna take a guess. The second one was also in 3D, was more bloody, but featured more gratuitous
Yes.
sexiness shots.
Yes.
All right, it's just going by the title alone,
But also in 3D.
but also in 3D. I said also in 3D.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah.
But the most ridiculous part was Jerry O'Connell was in the first one.
Yes.
And he played like the Joe Francis like Girls Gone Wild director,
Oh God.
and a piranha bit his penis off,
Oh, that's
and
good.
like you see the penis like floating
Oh
by
my
in the
God, that's
water.
gross.
Oh, it was horrible, but it was pretty funny.
Yikes.
But the second one was not good.
Okay.
Okay, here's one that I disagree with because it's again best and worst that I'm looking at. Mortal Kombat Annihilation is considered a worse movie than the original. Why do you look angry?
No, I'm thinking because it's tough. I liked both of those, but I
So
liked
did
them.
I.
I liked them because they were intentionally cheesy. Like they didn't. I disagree with that. I liked the second one. I thought it was good. I thought it was equal to, if not a little better than the first. But they weren't
Okay.
meant to be like. Nobody made those thinking like these are going to be uh, movie gold for years to come. Just listen.
I kind of think they were, though.
They were
I think
good.
they were taking them seriously.
If they were, then so be it. I enjoyed them. I thought they were campy fun.
Star Trek Into Darkness.
Loved it.
Me too.
Was that the third one or that was the second one? No, the third one was Star Trek Beyond.
They haven't come out with a third one yet, have they?
They absolutely have. It's called
With
Star.
Chris.
Yep, it was called
Oh,
Beyond. It was called Star Trek Beyond. Wasn't very good. That's why.
Into Darkness was the one with Benedict Cumberbatch,
Yes.
aka Wrath of Khan 2.
Yeah, I thought that twist was kind of cheesy.
Everyone knew he was gonna play Khan. Everybody knew it.
I didn't know.
Really?
I'm not a Star Trek person though. The
I'm
only
not
Star
either,
Trek
but
movies I've seen are these new ones.
I saw some of the older ones because my grandfather, whatever was playing in the movie theater that weekend, that's what we went and saw.
Oh yeah, I never saw the old Star Trek movies.
I'd say Kill Bill Volume 2 is a superior sequel to Kill Bill Volume 1.
That's tough. I consider those one full movie split into two parts.
Okay. Okay, I'll give you that.
Because if I watch those, I like to watch them back to back because I think it's one
You
long.
have to.
Yeah, I think it's one long movie.
Okay, I'll give you that. Um, Everybody ranked Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban
As the best one?
as the better of them. That and Deathly Hallows Part 2.
Really?
Yeah. Every list I've seen has Prisoner of Azkaban because of Gary Oldman.
Yeah. See, I think thinking back, if I had to spit out which one of those was my favorite, I think it was Goblet of Fire. It was very close to the book, and it was when the action like really started.
Yeah, I mean, Prisoner of Azkaban was when it started getting darker.
Yeah, but like Goblet of Fire, like that was when shit got real,
Yeah,
and like
agreed.
it was really. They didn't cut a lot out of that movie either. They didn't change
Uh,
much, and they didn't cut a lot out.
no, not too much.
all the trials were the same.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike another movie that came out recently where the trials were changed, but I'm not going to talk about that right now.
Ready Player One.
I'm not ready to talk about that right now.
Okay. Okay. So Indiana Jones.
Okay, so somebody wrote down Temple of Doom.
Mm-hmm.
I disagree with that.
Being bad or being good.
I think Temple of Doom. I don't think Temple of Doom was bad, but it's not the superior sequel as far as I'm concerned. I think Last Crusade is the best of the three, personally.
Okay.
Temple of Doom was the one that's like, it took a weird turn. They tried to go in a different direction, and they were like, yeah, that didn't work. Let's go back to Nazis.
Which, you know what? I have the all of them on my shelf right now, but I can never remember which one is which, even though I've seen them a million times.
So Last Crusade was Sean Connery.
Right. Which is the one with the heart ripping scene?
Temple of Doom. Kali Ma.
Yes.
Kali Ma.
I kind
Om Nom Shabai. Om Nom Shabai. Om Nom Shabai.
I kind of like Temple of Doom.
Nah, not my favorite.
I mean, Last Crusade was great.
Last Crusade was the best.
Can we agree that Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was absolute garbage and shouldn't be included in the Indiana Jones franchise?
Here's the thing.
Oh!
No. Hear me out. Here's the thing. Shia LaBeouf had no business being in that movie. That being said, I don't think it was... I think it had its merits. I don't see it as a great movie. I don't think it should be wiped from the face of the earth. I think it had a lot of issues. One of which I don't think was what... So I know a lot of the complaints that people had were like, oh, it was aliens and weird shit. Dude, the Ark of the Covenant and the Holy Grail weren't weird and mystical items. Like, what's the difference between that and aliens?
I think aliens is a bridge too far.
I didn't think so, but I think it has its merits. I don't think it should be wiped from the face of the earth, but I don't think it was a great movie. I'm hoping this next one is better. And I know Steven Spielberg just released something that said this will be Harrison Ford's last one. He wants to continue making them, but he wants a female to take over Indiana Jones. Take over the lead. I think that could be cool.
Okay. Are we I don't know. I'm all, you know how I am. I'm a feminist, but well, I mean, we have Tomb Raider. Why do we need a female Indiana Jones?
I guess. I just hope they don't call it Indiana Jane or Indiana Joan.
Oh,
because there are some films that go by one of those two, if not both of those names, and it wouldn't go over well for internet searches. Let's just put it that way.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. See, why can't they have somebody? You know what? I don't care that he's in everything. Chris Pratt, just make him Indiana Jones.
That would be sweet.
Just
young Indiana Jones. He would be perfect. He would be perfect. I'm going down my list of good ones here.
Lord of the Rings, Return of the King.
I liked Two Towers better than Return of the King.
Two Towers felt incomplete. It felt like a middle movie.
Yeah. All right, I'll give that one to you. How about John Wick 2?
I haven't seen either of those movies. God.
John Wick was phenomenal. John Wick 2 was even better. Like, the movies just keep getting better. Like, I cannot wait for the third. It's going to be insane.
You know what it is? I have to get past the dead dog scene.
Yeah, you got to get past it. Listen, yeah, but that's his, his reason for being the rest of the movie. It's so good.
My mother, EJ, and I sat down to watch John Wick when I was first able to get it digitally. Yeah. And we started it. And this was only, I don't know, a couple months before my dad passed, too. Uh-huh. And we're sitting down to watch it. And the whole thing with the puppy, and I was like, oh no. Like, oh no, they're going to kill that dog, aren't they? EJ looks at us, he's like, Yeah, that's the whole point.
That's the
But
point of
nope,
this movie.
nope, we can't watch. We turned it off like 10 minutes into
Oh
the not even 10
God.
minutes into the movie, and we ended up watching Jaws, which I had never seen up until that point.
My God,
So
you have to because that's what makes everything he does afterwards so satisfying
I
because they
know,
killed the dog and you're like, yeah, grr.
but I don't want to see the dog die.
You don't really. I don't know. Just mumbling. Sorry.
Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Would you say that's a good
Better.
sequel?
Yeah. Excellent sequel.
Okay.
Everything they made after that was crap. I prefer Empire to Jedi personally.
Okay.
I think,
I have no preference.
and listen, I'm of the school of thought that Empire is like the best example of a sequel. Like the best. Like it's got such good plot points, and I think the best is it ends on such a downer. Like that's what makes that movie so good. Just ends on such a like you're like what?
Okay.
It's my favorite of all of them.
So on this list that I'm looking like ranked best to worst,
Mm-hmm.
they've got Toy Story 3 as number 4, like top 4.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I agree with that, but it wasn't bad as far as Toy Story movies go.
I can't bring myself to sit down and watch it because I know most people that have watched it, they bawled their eyes out.
Yeah, not till the end.
Yeah. Number 2 was Empire.
Yep, I agree with that.
Oh, I'm sorry, number 3 was Empire. Number 2 was The Dark Knight.
I agree with that. That is like, what's number one?
Godfather Part 2, which neither of us have seen.
I've never seen Godfather Part Two. I'm Italian and I haven't seen it. I should
Like
be
I
ashamed.
said, I think we're the only Italians in the world who haven't.
Yeah. Oh my God. I would say Dark Knight is the number one sequel of all time.
Okay.
It was perfect. There was nothing bad about that movie. It was insane how perfect it was.
Okay.
It was a shame the third one was not as good.
I mean, the third one was really good. Like I enjoyed.
I didn't care for it.
I enjoyed it. I mean, I think that Tom Hardy was a fantastic Bane.
Oof. God, no.
Really?
Oh, no. He was the worst. Absolutely not. I don't like what they did with that character at all.
Oh, I thought he was fantastic.
No, I didn't like it. They took a character that was different. I didn't like what they did. I get what they were trying to do with the character to make it more realistic, but no, I didn't care for it.
So I drive EJ crazy because my sleep apnea mask.
Oh, makes you sound like Bane with the coffee can.
Yeah. So I'll sometimes if I'm feeling, if I'm in a mood, I'll just look at him and go, I was born in the dark. And he's like, just go to sleep. Like, shut up.
You told me that one time and you said like you have my permission to sleep.
when I first got the mask, I 5 minutes I was just doing nonstop Bane.
That's funny.
It's like, what is wrong with you? And then,
God damn.
but it was funny though, because the other night he annoyed me. I ended up actually leaving the room because my mask was not fitted right or something.
Yeah.
And he said something to me. He's like, your mask is whistling, and I was like, your face is whistling, but he didn't hear it because the air was so loud. Yeah, I was like, I hate when it's wasted on it.
That was a good one. Good comeback. Nice.
It was 2:00 in the morning, and he woke me up.
Nice.
I'm a juvenile that late.
Your face is whistling. Good one. I had Aliens on my list.
I've never seen it.
Good ones. I have never seen it either. I need to go back and watch the Aliens movies. I have not seen all of them.
I saw the first Alien movie. I don't think I've seen Aliens, unless that's the one with the little girl.
I'm not sure. I feel like we're losing credibility. The more this podcast goes on, the more credibility we lose here.
Why? Because we didn't see scary and adult movies that came out when we were children?
That's true. Very true. Never mind. We're good. You're right. We're good.
You know what I have to say to that? I'm sorry we're 35. Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
That's tough. Because that first one was good. Most people would say the first one was better than the second one.
I would agree.
I thought the first one was. I thought it was a very strong sequel, but I thought the first one was still better.
Yeah, I also ugly cried during the end of the second one.
Surprise.
Sobbing mess in the theater. Again, you know what? My dad's only been dead 2.5 years. I get some leeway
Absolutely.
with that.
No, listen, I'm not arguing with you.
Well, you're just surprise.
Well, no, that's what I meant, because it was very close proximity, and yes, okay. So I said it knowing why. Granted, our audience doesn't understand what I meant, but I didn't mean it like that. I apologize.
Just like Logan made me ugly cry in the theater.
Yeah, seriously. That one.
But everybody I know ugly cried during that movie, except for the 3 people I was with.
And I had Bad Boys 2. Thought that was a good sequel. I would
say that's a superior sequel.
Yeah. That was really all I had on my list.
Oh, but you're missing all of the Marvel.
That's a whole different
Captain
animal.
America Winter Soldier.
Better sequel.
I think that's a movie.
That one's tough.
And I
think they're equal. I would call them equal because they're 2 different time periods, 2 different stories.
Yeah, but then you have Civil War, which I have problems with.
I don't have problems with it.
Having read most of the Civil War series,
I have problems with a lot of things in the Civil War series that were not appropriate for a movie. One of which was how the Civil War series started. Not appropriate to put in a movie at this point in time.
Okay, so granted, you're not going to blow up a city and a school
specifically,
in Stamford, Connecticut.
Specifically a school. I thought it was fine. Listen, not every story from the comic books is going to be adapted 100%.
I feel like when it comes to Civil War, it should have been an event leading up to Civil War, just like we're doing Infinity War.
Yeah, I guess. I liked it nonetheless.
Iron Man 2, not as good as...
Not as good. Iron Man 3, not as good.
I liked 3. I liked 3 better than 2.
Yeah. Age of Ultron, not as good. That was kind of a train wreck. I think that's most of the sequels. We talked about Thor.
Yeah. We haven't gotten the Doctor Strange sequel yet. We haven't gotten the Ant-Man sequel yet. I feel like we're missing something. There's been a lot of phases. I mean, there's been a lot in the
There has been a lot of phases. I'm sure we're missing something, but...
Probably. What about the Hunger Games series?
I thought they got worse as they went along. I thought the first one was very good, and then I feel like they went downhill. I thought the third one was not good at all. It was not a strong ending.
I think that for making it a 2-part movie, they should have included pretty much everything that happened in the third book.
Yeah.
Because I absolutely love those books.
Mm-hmm.
So I know we're going to do a whole episode on the post-Jurassic Park.
Mm-hmm.
But Jurassic World.
Does it count as a sequel?
Technically. Well, fine. Lost World. We know how we feel about Jurassic Park 3, but what about Lost World?
I didn't think it was better. I thought it was okay, but it definitely wasn't better.
I'd agree. Okay, so then we won't go with, Jurassic. We'll wait to talk about Jurassic World then, I guess. Hot Tub Time Machine 2 was definitely not better than Hot Tub Time Machine, which...
I didn't see Hot Tub Time Machine.
Hot Tub Time Machine was hysterical.
Yeah, I'll take your word for it.
I saw it in the Hepatitis movie theater in Waterbury.
Hepatitis movie.
The
Good
old
call.
that they made new where the old mall used to be.
Gotcha.
Kingsman 2.
Good movie, not superior.
Okay, I feel the same way. Just trying to see if there's anything else on this list of like a million. I feel like I'm missing something big. But the X-Men, the new class stuff.
I liked New Class. I thought it was okay. I thought, what came after New Class?
Days of Future
Was it
Past.
Days of Future Past? I
Yeah,
thought
because
that.
you and I saw Apocalypse together
Yeah,
with Rob.
I thought Days of Future Past was a very strong movie. I liked it. Apocalypse was garbage.
I remember when the three of us left the theater, we all just kind of like, oh.
Yeah, like disappointed. Yeah, that was garbage. But yeah, Days of Future Past, I thought was a great movie. I really did think it was a great movie.
Okay. What about Kick-Ass 2?
No, first one was better.
I agree. After the first Hangover, none of the movies were good.
No, yeah, everything after that was not good.
What about G.I. Joe Retaliation?
Ugh,
Okay.
not good.
How about, okay, so I'm guessing you've seen all of the Die Hard movies.
Of course.
Okay. I was gonna say. So where do they stand?
First one, fantastic.
Okay.
Obviously. Second one, subpar. Third one with Samuel L. Jackson,
Yep.
pretty great.
Probably my favorite.
Pretty great. The last two they just made, subpar.
Okay, so doing what I do and teaching what I teach, I kind of really like Live Free or Die Hard.
The fire sale one,
Yes.
nah.
And I tend to talk about that in class as well.
Yeah, I didn't care for it.
Oh, the Twilight Saga. All of the movies.
All of the movies stink.
All of the movies.
50 Shades of Grey.
Okay, that's a perfect one.
I don't know, it's not. No, there's
No, it
nothing
is.
perfect about it.
50 Shades of Grey was really bad, and I was texting my sister and Ashley throughout my entire watch of it because of how horrible it was. 50 Shades Darker was actually a superior sequel. Not saying it was great.
Which isn't difficult.
It didn't fill me with a rage like the first one did.
Ugh, God. I'll take your word for it because I'm never going to watch them.
Oh, I think you should.
Never going to happen.
I think you should. What about did you see the Expendables movies?
No desire.
Okay. They weren't awesome.
What about all the Fast and Furious movies?
I love them. I love them all except for Tokyo Drift. Okay, hold on, I shouldn't say that. The first and second ones were decent for their time. Now I would put them at the bottom of the list.
Okay.
Tokyo Drift I don't really count because none of the characters were in it except that Han was in it, but I'm not a fan of Tokyo Drift. So really, like, my list would probably go from best to worst. It would be like 5, 6, 7, 4, 8, 2, 1, 3.
I'll take your word for it.
Or actually, one. Yeah.
What about... Oh, you didn't see National Treasure.
No, I haven't.
There's National Treasure and there's National Treasure 2 Book of Secrets. I like them both.
Okay.
I think they're both fantastic.
I did put it on my Netflix queue.
I don't think the second one was a superior movie, but I thought it was pretty good.
Okay.
There's just so many sequels. Like, that's why I started making a list, and then I just stopped because I'm like, we could talk for 2 hours about sequels.
So, I'm thinking about this. It's on PBS, so technically it's a TV show, but they're feature length because they're like 2 hours.
What is that?
The Benedict Cumberbatch Sherlock's.
It's not on PBS. It's on BBC America, isn't it?
It's on PBS. Here it's on PBS Masterpiece.
Oh, we have them on BBC America, I think, here. Oh, maybe not. I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure
It's
I
on my
recorded.
Netflix.
Yes.
It's on my Netflix queue. Yeah, I mean, they are pretty long.
They're like an hour and a half, 2 hours
Yeah.
each. Because they don't.
It's,
There's no commercials during it either. It's like
yeah.
a full feature length movie.
Yeah, it's tough because you're right. What about the Sherlock Holmes movies with Robert Downey Jr.?
I haven't seen them.
What? They're
I
fantastic. And I
know.
liked the second one better than the first one.
But like I really love Benedict Cumberbatch as Sherlock, so I don't even know if I want to like go back and watch Robert Downey Jr.
Oh
as
my
Sherlock.
God, no! You want to see Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock? It's fantastic.
Okay, well, did you watch any of these Saw movies?
The first one, maybe, and the one where
Yeah.
they got locked in a mansion
Oh, okay.
or a house or something. I don't remember.
I don't know. I saw like the first, maybe the second one. Then they started like coming out once a year, and
Yeah,
I just couldn't do it anymore.
yeah. No, I hear you.
I'm not a fan. Okay, and you don't like horror movies because say Nightmare on Elm Street.
Never watched them. Friday the
Yeah.
13th. I watched some of the Friday the 13th movies when I was a kid.
Okay.
Friday the 13th Part 5. Jason hits Manhattan or whatever.
What about the Halloween movies?
Never watched them. I was never a horror fan, and it wasn't because I was afraid of them or anything. Like, I just didn't care for them.
Oh, see, my nana didn't really. We were actually having this conversation on Easter about the fact that like my nana really didn't, care about appropriateness.
Nice.
So like we just if there was a scary movie on, like we would watch it.
Yeah.
So I saw a lot of things I shouldn't have seen at a very young
Nice. Nice.
because my old Italian grandmother was like, "It's fine." The sequel to Donnie Darko, S. Darko.
I haven't seen Donnie Darko.
Oh, that's one you need to watch.
Yeah.
It's such a mind. It's such a mind mess. Like it really does mess with your mind. And the first time I watched it was after I got my wisdom teeth out.
Nice. So you were
So
on drugs.
I was on drugs, and my sister was like, "Oh, you should watch this," and I was like 21. So I'm like, "We watch it," and I like looked at her. I was like, "Am I high or what?" She goes, "Well, you are high, but yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense the first time you watch it."
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. End us off with a strong one.
There's just. Do you don't have one?
I don't have one. I was depending on you.
I'm still going through the list because there's like 1,000 movies with sequels.
That's what I'm saying.
The Mummy. There we go. That's a strong one.
They were. The first two were entertaining. This last one wasn't that great.
The Tomb of the Dragon Emperor.
Yeah. I'd say Scorpion King was better than Tomb of the Dragon Emperor, that's for sure.
Oh, okay. I'll give you a better one. Hellboy and Hellboy 2, The Golden Army.
First one was better.
Okay.
First one was better. All right. So let's move on.
Okay.
What else do we have to talk about this evening?
Did I wish you a happy birthday?
You did.
I did.
You did. And as I recall, I may have sent you some text messages on my birthday.
Oh, you did.
So let's bring up a new segment we want to call Drunken Texts.
I'm going to move the microphone because I need for you to explain some of these to me.
I'm going to try my best.
And I'm going to apologize now for the language.
Try to bleep them out.
No, because these are gold. And the very first one, I don't even know what you mean, so I have to. The first text Jason sent to me was at 9:42 p.m., which was Dunkin' Donuts. It's the fuck man's dispensary.
I don't know. I know that we were walking by a Dunkin' Donuts and there was just a guy there that rubbed me the wrong way for whatever reason. And I was like, that freaking guy. And I just, I don't know what happened. But
Okay.
I don't know. I got no explanation for that one.
I should preface this by saying that you had said you'd been drinking, and I said I will take any and all drunken thoughts for podcast purposes.
You did
So
say that.
you did let it rip. The next one. How come donkeys can carry people up and down the Grand Canyon, but they're too effing good to do children's parties? These are thoughts.
These are thoughts. Listen, I I think that's self-explanatory. I mean, these are just things I think of sometimes.
Okay. Effing watermelons are smug assholes.
I got nothing. I don't even remember seeing a watermelon. I was at a casino. There were no watermelons.
Okay. Oh, this is so then at that point I said, "How drunk are you?" To which you responded, "Did you know they make TVs and know when you're ovulating?"
Well, I think what I meant was TVs that know you're ovulating.
Um to which I said, I didn't know they made TVs that know you're when you're ovulating." You said, "The TVs know, I mean."
I don't know. I feel like I remember passing a screen that showed something, and I was like, "Oh man, they make TVs that know when you're ovulating."
Um
I don't know.
okay, here's one. Devil's slot machine here that gives you a flu shot.
I got nothing. I wish this. I hope this segment is playing better than I think it is because it's
Oh,
just.
oh.
I mean, it's.
On my end, I am amused.
I got no explanation.
I was laughing so hard as these text messages were coming in last Thursday night. Then you told me I had 5 Patron shots in a Long Island iced tea. Is that a lot?
So the 5 Patron shots weren't in the Long Island iced tea. It meant to say and.
I figured as much, but
Listen. I'm just giving you my explanation.
okay. And
This
then
one
the
I can
final,
explain. This
the
one I can
final,
explain.
please, please. Okay. Fat white sauce. Bon Jovi's playing. Here, it's the greatest day of my life.
Okay, so that's supposed to say fat white trash. There was like a Bon Jovi cover band playing in one of the bars, and we went at like they were all dressed like the band Bon Jovi from the 80s, and I just was like I was dancing and singing really loud. Really loud.
Okay.
There was one more.
There was?
Or was that? Yeah, there was one more.
Hold on, I gotta go because that's the only one I took screenshots.
I have it. The last one came in at 10:47.
Okay, hold on. I gotta go back.
I can read it. I have it right in front of me.
Hold on. Um. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, that's right. Tequila makes your life fall off.
It's true.
Okay.
I got no explanation.
Well, you were having a great time.
I was. So the best part about that was going back to Fat White Trash Bon Jovi. They played some Journey songs too. So after we won a couple $100, we came back through like the area where they were playing, and they were playing "Don't Stop Believin'." To which I literally, I think at one point I dropped to my knees and I was singing at the top of my lungs, and my wife was just standing there with like looking at me, shaking her head.
Oh my gosh.
Because it was a great song, and I had won some money, so I was happy.
Yeah, so what'd you end up buying with your winnings?
I bought a new TV. Bought a 4K television.
Very nice.
I was pretty happy about that.
Did you get the DVD player to go with it?
Ugh, no.
Sore subject?
Yeah, I didn't realize I needed a new freaking DVD player until I went to buy Star Wars and looked at the back and said, things you will need to play this 4K DVD. A 4K television. Oh, okay, cool, got that. A 4K DVD player. Ah, crap, I didn't think of that.
What about the PS4?
Doesn't play 4K DVDs.
It doesn't?
No. I don't know if the PS Pro does, but I don't have a PS Pro, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
But then after that, you got your birthday presents from me.
I did, which included a awesome mug with our show logo on it, which was awesome, and a Kindle book called, give me a second here,
Butt Invasion of the Velociraptor.
Butt Invasion of the Velociraptors. Hilarious. Haven't started that gem yet, but we'll see how it goes.
by Hugo nominated Chuck Tingle.
Chuck Tingle. Oh boy, oh boy. On that note, do you have a fanfic pick you would like to share with our audience this week?
I do. This one is it's a there's no relationship in here. This is just a Bucky Barnes series.
Mm-hmm.
It's called, hold on. It's written by Bucky, King of Memes.
Bucky, King of Memes? The actual King of Memes?
Yes.
God.
And the series is called If You Give a Super Soldier Internet Access.
Okay.
And so the first one, I'll just read you the description of it. Tony Stark, chronic insomniac, mildly paranoid, barely escapes with his life after encounters with the world's most terrifying assassin. Or how Tony found out about Bucky's blog.
Very nice.
So, Bucky blogs, as part of, his therapy, after brainwashing and all that stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. It's a pretty amusing,
It sounds it.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to say real quick, I want to thank everybody. Lifetime total here, we have surpassed 1,000 downloads. We are at 1,372 downloads. So thank you very much. Yeah. March alone, we got 1,007 downloads. So that's amazing. And we're moving already in February. We have 276 for our first episode in April.
You mean April? We're not going back.
Yes, I'm sorry, April. So we're doing fantastic. We did get another review on iTunes, and we mentioned it last time, but we are running a contest till the end of the month, April 30th, and all you got to do is go on our iTunes, leave us a rating and a review, and you will be entered to win a Lego Brickhead's Star Wars figure, Kylo Ren figure, for free, shipped right to your door, courtesy of April and Jay Have No Ideas. So surf on over to iTunes and give us a rating or review, and you could be entered to win. As always, we're on Twitter, A&J Have No Ideas, Facebook, April and Jay Have No Ideas, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play. We will soon be on iHeartRadio. I put us in for that this week, so we should get a notification for that. You'll be able to find us on iHeartRadio soon. RandomChatter.com, of course. Take a look at Random Chatter, their Patreon account, if you'd like to contribute a couple dollars a month, which goes to helping out all the shows on the Random Chatter Network and all the hosts. And you get access to the Discord app and get to chat with us and with everybody from Random Chatter. So if that's something you're interested in, take a look at that. So I think that's all our stuff. I don't know if you have anything else before we sign off.
Don't think so.
All right. Just wanted to give you a chance.
Okay.
To say anything else. Next week, I don't know what our topic is yet, so I don't know why I started that sentence.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll figure it out. But like I said, yeah. I gotta go to iTunes, rate and review us, win a free Lego set.
Just so you can get more awkwardness like this.
Yes. Just want to reiterate that you could win a Lego set. It's free.
All right. Well, I've been April,
And I've been Jay.
and that was kind of an idea. And I'm not poo-pooing our show.
It was a good idea. It tapered out towards the end, but it was a good idea.
I suppose.
Sorry for my explicit texts.
I love explicit texts. Anytime, buddy.